Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Easy English Channel, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Emily.
And I am Peter. Hello to all our wonderful listeners. I am feeling very energetic today because I just booked a flight to a country I have never visited before.
Oh, Peter, that is so exciting. Where are you going? And do you have your suitcase ready already?
I'm going to Italy, Emily. I want to see the old buildings and eat my weight in pasta. But I am also a little bit nervous about the local customs.
You are worried about culture shock. It happens to everyone who travels abroad. It's that feeling of being a little bit lost in a new place.
Exactly. I don't want to do something silly or accidentally be rude to a nice Italian grandmother just because I don't know the rules.
That is our topic today, Peter, culture shock. We're going to share some funny and confusing stories about traveling to different worlds.
I love this topic because travel is amazing, but it can also be very awkward when you don't understand what is happening around you.
Well, stay tuned, everyone, because at the end of the episode, I have a very useful secret tip, a small strategy that helped me survive my first solo trip to Tokyo without any stress.
A secret travel tip? I definitely need that before my plane leaves. Please make sure to tell me everything.
I promise it will help you a lot. But first, let's explain what we mean by culture shock and how it feels when you first land in a new city. Part 1, the what just happened moment. Peter, have you ever experienced culture shock before? Or is Italy going to be your first time?
I went to Japan 3 years ago, and wow, it was beautiful. But I felt like an alien for the first 2 days.
Culture shock noun, a feeling of confusion or anxiety when you visit a new country with a very different culture. E.g., I experienced total culture shock when I saw people sleeping on the floor in the airport. What was the most confusing moment in Japan for you?
The bowing, Emily. Everyone was bowing to me, and I didn't know how low to go. I feel like a bird, constantly moving my head up and down.
It can be very overwhelming when you want to be polite, but you don't know the specific code of behavior.
Overwhelmed. Adjective. Having too many things to deal with or feeling too much emotion to think clearly. E.g., the busy streets of New York made me feel overwhelmed on my first night.
Exactly. I saw a man bowing at the train station and I started bowing back. Then he bowed again and we stayed there for 2 minutes just bowing at each other. It was like a slow-motion dance.
That is a classic example. We try so hard to fit in that we sometimes make the situation even funnier.
Let's talk about food, Peter, because that is where most travel confusion happens. I have a friend, Sarah, who went to France last year.
Oh, France is famous for its strict food rules. Did she order the wrong wine?
No, it was worse than wine. She went to a bakery and she was so hungry she started eating her baguette while she was standing in the line to pay.
Oh, no. In France, you usually wait until you leave the shop to eat bread, right?
Yes, everyone looked at her like she was a monster. It was a major misunderstanding of baguette etiquette.
Etiquette. Noun. The formal rules for polite behavior in society or a particular group. E.g., in some countries, table etiquette says you should never use your left hand to eat.
I had a similar problem in a restaurant in Spain. I arrived for dinner at 6 p.m. and the restaurant was completely dark and empty.
6 p.m., Peter. In Spain, people don't even think about dinner until 9 p.m. or 10 p.m.
I know. I thought the restaurant was closed forever, but the waiter just laughed and told me to come back in 3 hours. I ended up eating a sandwich from a vending machine because I was so hungry.
That is a great lesson in cultural timing. What is normal in London is very different in Madrid or Rome.
Sometimes it's not the words we say, but the hands we move that cause trouble.
Oh, I know this one. A thumbs up is good everywhere, right?
Actually, no. In some parts of the Middle East and South America, a thumbs up can be a very rude gesture. It's not a good job at all.
Gesture. Noun. A movement of part of the body, especially a hand or the head, to express an idea or meaning. E.g., he made a friendly gesture with his hand to say hello.
Wow, that is terrifying. Imagine being happy and accidentally insulting everyone in the room. Exactly. And what about nodding your head up and down? what does that mean to you, Peter?
It means yes, of course, and shaking side to side means no.
Well, in Bulgaria, it is the opposite. Nodding means no, and shaking your head means yes.
Wait, what? So if I ask for more cake and I nod my head, they will take the cake away?
Exactly. You would be very fat and hungry in Bulgaria, Peter, because you are not used to their rules.
Grammar note. Used to versus be used to. Used to plus verb is for past habits, e.g., I used to travel a lot. Be used to plus noun/ing is for being familiar with something, e.g., I am not used to the cold weather here.
I am definitely not used to nodding for no. My brain would explode trying to remember that.
Part 4. Personal space and volume.
Another big shock is personal space. Some cultures love to be close, and others like to have a lot of room.
I am from a culture where we like a big bubble of space around us. If someone stands too close, I feel like I'm being hunted.
I remember my first time in a crowded market in Cairo. People were bumping into me and standing very close while talking.
Did you feel uncomfortable or did you get used to it?
At first, I felt very crowded, but then I realized it was a sign of friendliness and connection. They weren't being rude, they were being social.
Authentic. Adjective. Real or true. Not a copy or a lie. E.g., I want to have an authentic experience when I travel, not just see the tourist spots.
I think that's the key to surviving culture shock. You have to realize that different doesn't mean wrong.
Exactly. It's about being open-minded, even when you're confused or tired or your feet hurt from walking 20 kilometers. Listener task. Comment below with the word travel and tell us, have you ever had a confusing moment in a new country? What happened and how did you feel?
Part 5. Emily's secret tip.
Okay, Emily, the suspense is killing me. My plane to Italy leaves soon. Please share your secret survival tip.
Okay, here's the golden rule I follow. It's called the 10-minute observation rule.
The 10-minute observation rule? What does that mean? Do you just stand still like a statue?
Almost. When I arrive at a new place like a cafe or a train station, I don't do anything for the first 10 minutes. I just sit and watch the local people.
You watch them, how they pay, how they order, how they say hello.
Exactly. I watch how they handle their money. Do they tip the waiter? Do they talk loudly or quietly? Do they wait in a perfect line?
So you're like a spy for culture.
Yes, exactly. After 10 minutes, I have a much better idea of the vibe, and I feel much more confident when it's my turn to speak. It prevents almost all of my embarrassing mistakes.
That is so smart, Emily. Instead of rushing in and being a loud tourist, you take a moment to learn.
It saves your sanity and makes your trip much more authentic. I highly recommend it for your trip to Italy, Peter.
I am going to do it. I will sit in the piazza with my sunglasses on and watch exactly how people drink their espresso.
Well, everyone, we hope you enjoyed today's episode about the funny and confusing world of culture shock.
Travel is the best teacher, even if the lessons are a little bit embarrassing sometimes. I feel much more ready for my pasta adventure now.
If you liked this episode, please give it a like and subscribe to Easy English channel. We love hearing your travel stories.
Yes, and please share this with a friend who is planning a trip abroad soon. It might save them from a nodding disaster in Bulgaria.
Until next time, everyone, keep your eyes open and keep exploring the world with a smile.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in Italy. Maybe. Ciao.